Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys. UFC 327 is absolutely stacked. Like, it has so many recognizable fights. Like, almost every single fight on the card is like absolutely stacked. Like, has name value, I guess you could say. So this is my prediction for the entire card and breakdown for the entire card. Well, I will be skipping some fights for like the people who I don't know, or like I guess only the absolute hardcores give a shit about. Well, other than that, I am talking about maybe 7 or 8 fights. So anyway, starting off, Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. So yeah, Costa is officially a light heavyweight now, and to be honest, his first fight in the division is very scary against Azamat, because we have seen in the just a few months ago what Azamat can do with a jab. And even though Rakic, like his chin is very questionable at this point, still you have to realize the stakes are up here. So in my opinion, like Azamat Murzakanov will get it done. So I predict Azamat to win by knockout in the second round. Though Paulo Costa did look really good in his recent fight, but more than anything, the thing is, right, he's moving up a division and he is a very unpredictable fighter. Let's just say, like, he's one of those fighters who like looks good in one fight and looks shit, like completely shit in the next 2 or 3. So that's the reason why I'm going for Azamat to win by knockout, and I think it's gonna be the second round. Though, if Paulo Costa can keep up his defense, then definitely he will make it a decision. Though I see no way in which Costa wins. Yeah, he spoke a lot of shit. Yeah, like in the press conference he had a good performance, but in the fight itself, I don't really think he can make it, to be honest. Anyways, the next fight. Oh yeah, this will be a banger. Curtis Blades versus Josh Hockett. If you don't know who Josh Hockett is, please do yourself a favor, watch the press conference last night, and you can thank me later. Holy shit! I really hope Josh Hockett wins like in the first round, because boy oh boy is he an entertaining guy to watch. Like, he is like, these guys so promotable, like, bro. And the thing is, he doesn't even do it like usual. Like, for example, Conor McGregor, Paddy Pimblett, like those guys like shit talk their way through, and like actually back their words up in the cage. But this guy, I'll be honest, I haven't seen him fight before, but against someone like Curtis Blades, who has been looking a bit a bit more in the downside in the recent days, still it's a test. It's a fight that you definitely don't wanna miss. Doesn't matter if you're a casual or a hardcore. So yeah, really excited for this, and my prediction is Josh Hogan by knockout. After seeing the press conference, I'm convinced. And Curtis looked shit in his last fight. I'll say it out loud. I expected him to get a knockout, but he made it to decision. So yeah, you know, I mean, alright. Let's see what his age is, Curtis Blades. So with the yeah, he's 6'4", and Josh Hockett is 6'1". The thing is, Josh Hockett, he is actually like a lighter heavyweight, let's just say, compared to most of these guys like Thomas Well, for example. So yeah, anyways, it's gonna be pretty fun, this fight, because Josh Hockett is also an undefeated fighter. So yeah, I predict Josh Hockett to win by knockout, though I think it's gonna be in the first or third round, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, Curtis Blades, like, if he can actually apply his grappling effectively, then he can definitely win. Like it's not like, I'm not saying Josh Hockett by a landslide, no. Anyways, the next fight, the battle of the no chins, Johnny Walker versus Dominic Reyes. This fight is a very high level technical one, in terms of what's gonna happen. Like, you're up, like when you're viewing into this live, that you're up for a first round knockout. But the thing is, who's gonna land first? And in the last fight of Johnny Walker against Mingyang Zhang, the thing is, he got clipped like once or twice maybe until the second round knockout. But his chin kept up, like his chin genuinely kept up. And though I was very confused at why he shot for the takedown as soon as the fight started, as if it's Khamza Chimaev or some shit, still it's it's good. Like I'm impressed by Johnny Walker. And Dominic Reyes, when it comes to his last performance, he looked absolutely shit. Like, he didn't throw a punch, he was just waiting, and his defense also was completely shit. Like, he was waiting to get knocked out, Dominic Reyes, in his last fight. It was I was very disappointed, let's just say, because I knew there was bums, the three guys he knocked out, but still, I was anticipating, his comeback, his resurgence, Dominic Reyes. So this fight, I'm going with Johnny Walker by knockout in the first round. Honestly, like I don't see it any other way. So Cup Swanson, yeah, Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico, the Battle of Bellator. This is also a very entertaining fight, and you might want to watch this because, Aaron Pico, he got knocked out by Leon Murphy, and but still in that fight, if you watch the entire fight and not just the highlight knockout, he was actually doing good. His style was very effective, like really early on in the fight against Leon Murphy, but he did good, he did well. Let's say he landed a lot of shots, and I'm not saying that Leon Murphy is the most defensive guy ever, but it just is what it is. So Aaron Pico, like even though he's nowhere near guys like Leon or Movzar or Diego Lopez, even like let's just say, but still I feel like he's let's say a top 10 featherweight, let's just say. And Patricio Pitbull, yeah, he's completely shit. Like bro, I was anticipating so much for Pitbull's debut in UFC 314 against Yair, but he is so shit, bro. Like I was very disappointed. Like my brothers know like how much I was excited for Patricio Pitbull, but yeah, like most of these Bellator guys, they're completely shit. Well, like it's it just is what it is. Like why was I expecting him to be good? So next up, Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown. So this fight is also another one which you wanna look out for, and not saying it's a very exciting one like the previous ones, but still, Kevin Holland, he's finally making his comeback, but I'm not criticizing him for being you know I'm not I'm not criticizing him at all for being inactive, because he is a very he's the most active fighter of last year, I think. But like compared to his usual pace, and I know he has been in, like he got injured in his last fight, but still, like I'm excited. Like it's very, like I'm highly anticipated for this fight. But again, someone like Randy Brown, I know, like I don't know Randy Brown that much, but according to the stats, at least, he does look scary, Randy Brown, and I'm quite afraid for Kevin Holland for this fight. But still, we'll see. Kevin obviously has a lot of experience. Is the thing is, Kevin Holland, like as far as the hype goes, Kevin Holland is there, but when it comes to actually delivering, he doesn't look as good as you, I guess, wanna expect from someone like Kevin Holland. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going by I'm going Randy Brown by decision for this one. And the previous one, I forgot to give my final prediction for the previous one. Yeah, Aaron Pico by for first knockout, easy. So yeah, next one, Matheus Gamrot by Matheus Gamrot versus Esteban Ribovics. I apologize for pronouncing that horribly, but still, yeah, Matheus Gamrot versus an unranked guy basically, and yeah, Matheus Gamrot, he is very good. Like he's very good. Yeah, he didn't do as good against Charles, but obviously, we know and we've seen that against Max also how good Charles actually is. But when it comes to like, well, as far as the previous reputation of Matheus Gamrot, beating the not beating the beating somehow beating Arman Sarukian and never being finished, in my opinion, like I still recognize that in Matheus Gamrot, and I still give him the credit for all of that. So I'm going Matheus Gamrot by second round submission for this fight. And yeah, for the last prediction, I'm going to give is Kelvin Gastelum versus Vicente Luque. So this fight, it's like, it's a good fight, don't get me wrong, both unranked at this point of their careers, but it's just, it's a fight that will show like how much each of them have in it, like who has more left. Because Kelvin Gastelum, he, like in his prime days, he was very good, an amazing middleweight. We obviously saw the fight with with him and Izzy Adesanya, right? That was so good, and that was like peak Kelvin Gastelum, I'd say. But Vicente Luque also, like in his prime days, he also looked very good. But the thing is, you have to realize that at this point, I have seen Kelvin Gastelum's previous fight, and even though he looked nowhere near as good as he does right now, he still looked very good, and I feel like that's enough for him to win by a decision. So I'm going Kelvin Gastelum by decision, and I'm only saying this while speculating that Kelvin actually makes the weight. But if he doesn't, yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Anyways, that's my thoughts on it, guys. I apologize for me stuttering a bit and maybe coughing a bit because I have actually gotten really bad sick. Like I've gotten really sick for the past few days. Anyways, that's my thoughts on it, guys. First time doing an entire card prediction. You guys special learn what you guys think, and inshallah I'll see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.